HG lifestyle. It's a mindset. Make sure you adopt it, baby. What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome once again to another episode of the HG Lifestyle Show. Yes, sir. And oh my God, it feels so good to be able to actually talk. And I'd be like, I mean, I can still kind of feel it, but like my power's back. The bass in my voice is sexy as always. And I don't sound like I'm forcing myself too damn much, man. That was killing me. So it's good to be back, baby. It's good to be back. I'm excited to be doing this HG Lifestyle Show with you guys. As always, man, you guys know that I'm a huge fucking like grateful for everything that you guys do, man. Like all the love, all the support that we get. You know, I got a few messages from people who speak Spanish and English, and they listen to the show Salvaje, but they were telling me like, bro, there's just something about the English, bro. It's fire. So I appreciate that, man. Let me know you guys are watching, right? So anyway, I want to get on here real quick and just kind of talk about something that like, I don't know if a lot of people don't fucking understand it or like what it is. So I want to get it through people's heads. Some people may be offended by this, but I'm just going to keep it 100% real with y'all, okay? Because that's what the HG Lifestyle Show is about, okay? And it's just the power of like self-transformation and like the power of like you being the one to fucking do something, okay? And not expecting somebody to fucking do it for you. Because that's the biggest thing that I run into with people, right? Like, you know, people that want to come work with me, for example, right? Like, you know, they assume that because we crush it already that they're just going to sit down, pick up the phone, dial, and start crushing it right away. What they don't understand is the self-development that they themselves have to do. Right? What they have to do to transform themselves into becoming that badass, right? They can't expect that because these other guys that have been doing it for years are making fucking shit ton of money, right? It's something that has to be it's almost like self-drive, right? Like you have to self-want it for your fucking self because there's people out there who are more than happy and willing to help you, but they're not going to fucking beg you to help you. You feel me? And like, that's what I run into all the time. Like, oh, but you're not, I'm not getting the help I need. Are you asking for help? Or are you just sitting down, shutting the fuck up, expecting people to know what the fuck you want and need? Okay? Don't be afraid to ask for help is what I'm saying, right? Don't be afraid for you to be the one to put in the work, right? Because remember, your life changing and your life elevating is for you. So nobody's going to want it for you more than you got to want it for yourself. Okay. So you can't expect for like people to do this shit for you, man. And like, it's extremely frustrating to me because like, man, ain't nobody fucking helped me out in the beginning. Right? I had to fucking be the one to fucking learn this shit the hard way. And so now that I'm in the position that I'm in and I provide opportunity for others, I get so fucking frustrated when somebody quits or gives up or doesn't make it because I'm looking at them like, motherfucker, if I would have had what you have today in the beginning, man, shit, you don't even fucking know how grateful I would be. Right? And look, I'm saying that because I provide a lot more tools and resources to the guys around me because I didn't have them in the beginning. I had to fucking just figure this shit out, right? But you want to know what I did? I fucking got on YouTube every day, right? I read books. I tried to master what I knew was going to benefit me. I didn't expect for somebody to just feel sorry for me and come fucking help me because, you know what I mean? Like, it's not how this shit works. You got to be the one willing to fucking do the work, put in the work, better yourself. Okay, you got to want it for you before anybody else is going to want it for you. You see what I'm saying? Because like, look, most people, everybody, it's not necessarily that people are selfish, but everybody's worried about them, right? But they're not sitting there wondering like, I wonder if this person is thinking something or needs help with something. No, bro, they don't know unless you speak up, okay? So, look, working on yourself, going after what you want, like really, truly fucking going after it. Like, look, whatever you think it takes to win in life, multiply that by 1,000, motherfucker. Because a lot of times people think that they're doing enough, that they're working really hard, that they're doing everything they can. But in reality, no, you're not. And you know it deep down, right? It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. And it takes a lot of new, powerful knowledge to get to new levels. If it were easy, motherfucker, everybody would have it, right? Just think about it like that. If it was as easy as you think it is, right? Or if it only required just a little bit of hard work, then why the fuck would anybody ever be broke, right? It takes more than what you think it does. So you just got to be willing to put it in, okay? Like, you can't fucking expect for somebody to want to do it for you, okay? And look, the reason why we even fucking talk about this shit is because, like, man, it doesn't matter how much information you consume, how many fucking books you read, if at the end of the day you're not putting in the work, right? If you're not putting in the effort. So I think it's extremely important for everybody to understand that, like, look, if you think it's only going to take 10 laps, you're wrong, motherfucker. It's probably going to take 1,000. Okay, and my point in saying that is you're never doing enough, no matter what you think. Right? Or no matter what your assumption is, you're just simply not doing enough. So you got to open up to that, right? Wake up to that, realize that. Okay? That way you don't get so fucking goddamn frustrated when you put in 80%, 70%, 60% effort and you don't see the result, right? Because the number one reason why people quit is because they haven't seen the result yet. Otherwise nobody would quit at anything. Think about that real quick. Why would anybody quit at something if they were seeing results? They wouldn't, right? So the problem is people quit and give up because they don't see results, but then they just simply don't realize that they're not seeing results because they're not putting in enough fucking effort, enough grind, enough hustle, okay? And sometimes it's just not even more hustle, it's just smarter hustle, right? Being better at what you do, getting better at it, okay? But understand this. Listen, hold up. My bad. I was over here bragging about how amazing my voice is, and as I'm talking, I can feel it again. God damn it. Anyway, look, man, if you're in a position right now where you're starting something new, right, or you're doing something that you've never really done before, well, then, look, first of all, you're going to have to get better. 100% get better, okay? But until you get better, do more, okay? What do I mean by that? I mean, do a lot of not knowing what the fuck you're doing, and you'll see some sort of results, okay? Until you master whatever it is that you're doing, it's just going to take more opportunities, more chances. So you're going to have to do a lot more, okay? Like, I'll give you sales as an example because that's what we do, baby. We fucking make a lot of money by just having the ability to speak, communicate, and persuade. So I'll tell you, like, let's say I got 2 sales guys, one who's a fucking beast because he's been doing it for so long. So he knows the tactics and the techniques, and he knows the strategies. And you got another motherfucker who doesn't really. He kind of does. He's read some books. He's watched some YouTube videos on this shit. You know, he may watch Andy Elliott or whatever the fuck. So he knows a little something, but not quite. Okay? So what's it going to take for this guy that barely knows something to compete with the guy that knows a lot more? It's just going to have to you're going to have to make more fucking phone calls than this guy. Okay? Because this guy's going to close at a higher percent than you because he's better than you. Because he's been doing it longer. Because he's already taken the time to master this shit. You haven't yet. So you just got to make more phone calls. You got to talk to more fucking people, right? You got to do real fucking effort. Look, there's a reason why sales makes more money than fucking surgeons and lawyers and shit. Because it ain't easy. And it's a lot of effort, okay? It becomes easier as you master the skill set. But it's never easy. Why the fuck would you expect that a position that pays millions of dollars would be easy? Why would you expect that? That's the equivalent of wanting something for nothing. You want to receive all this fucking value, but you don't want to give shit for it. You don't want to do shit for it. Or you want to do half-ass shit, but still get the high, badass result. It's not going to work like that. Okay? It just isn't. So the quicker that you realize that and understand that, man, I promise you, man, just the quicker you're going to see the result that you're wanting to see. But you're going to have to put in more effort. Okay? You're just simply going to have to fucking do more. Okay, and yes, maybe some of you guys work at places where the leadership isn't all that great, so you feel like you're not getting enough attention or enough training or whatever. Okay, but at the same time, like, what are you doing to make them realize that you're a good investment? Because a lot of times that's what it takes too, right? Companies, they're gonna have to look at you like you are a good investment. Because if you're not a good investment to them, they don't want to waste time either. Because you got to understand, they've been there, done that. Right? The turnover rate in the sales game is very fucking high. So you got to understand that for them to want to pour into somebody, they got to see that you actually really truly want it and don't just say you do. And when your skill sets aren't there yet, then the only way they can see that is through your effort. So if your effort is half-ass, your results are dog shit because you suck, then what the fuck do you expect? Right? So if your skill sets aren't there yet, then your effort has to be, period. No matter what, your effort has to be on point. If the motherfucker next to you is making 100 dials, you got to do 101. Your effort has to outshine everybody else. And I promise you, somebody will pour into you. I would pour into you if I seen that. Because I value effort over talent every day. Everybody knows this about me. I'm all about effort. I never let a motherfucker in my organizations go broke long as the effort is there. Never. Ask anybody who's ever worked with me. I don't let motherfuckers starve when the effort is there. Now, when there's no results, there's no efforts, and all you do is bitch, moan, and complain, then fuck you. I don't want to deal with that negativity either, though. And I promise you, a lot of people think the way that I do. Okay? So, again, if your effort ain't there yet, and your skills ain't there yet, then what the fuck? Okay, so I promise you, right now, if your skill sets aren't there, just make it all about your effort. Focus on that. Okay, and either way, the only way you're going to get better at something is through repetition, by doing it a lot of fucking times. Therefore, your effort's going to have to be there anyways. You got to talk to more people. You got to get better at the skill set. So you got to do more anyway. That's the only way you get better. Okay, it's like I tell my son Johnny all the time, right? Because he wasn't really into sports at an early age. He just started wanting to pick it up all of a sudden. And I'm glad because I'm huge with sports, right? So now I get to do something with them. But like the little nigga gets frustrated when other kids are better than him. And I got to remind him like, bro, you just picked this shit up a year ago. These motherfuckers probably been balling since they were fucking 2-3 years old, right? So you got to go outside more. You got to take more shots. You got to pick up the ball and dribble it a lot more than those guys are because they're already a little bit more talented than you because they've been doing it longer. So you got to find a way to catch up. You started late. So now you got to catch up by doing this shit a lot, taking a shit ton of shots because that's what happened with me. When I lived in Mexico, I was a soccer player. I loved soccer because that's what everybody fucking played. Right? And I was actually pretty goddamn good, man. I was actually fucking good. And I'm not just saying that to toot my own horn. I probably still am good. It might take me a little bit, but I was good. I was fast. I was quick. I could dribble the ball like a motherfucker. And I had a powerful shot. And I was really good at aiming my shot. Anyway, what happened, I get to the States. And here in Utah, at the time, nobody was playing soccer. So I'm like, puta madre, fuck. Nobody played soccer. Everybody was playing basketball or baseball or football, and I fucking hate football. And I know, bro, a lot of people can't believe when I tell them, I don't even watch the Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck. It's not my sport. I do not like it. Okay? Don't hate on me for that, right? To each their own. So basketball was the next sport that I was like, all right, I kind of dig it. I like it, right? But guess what? All these years I've been playing soccer, which is your foot. You use your foot. And I got to learn to use my hands and dribble and shoot. And I remember playing in PE or at recess, and I sucked. And I hated sucking because I've never sucked, right? I've always been bad at what I do. So what happened is I knew I had to get better, right? So we got to put in the effort. So, man, ever since a little kid, like, because I hated losing so bad, I would be outside shooting like a motherfucker. I'm talking taking 1,000 shots a day, like no bullshit. And I didn't have a basketball hoop. So you know what I did is we went to the DI and I bought a tennis racket and I cut out the net and I hung that motherfucker up somewhere. And then I rolled up a bunch of socks to make my basketball. And that's what I was doing. And you know what happened? Today I'm 38 years old and I'm still a bad motherfucking shooter. Anybody who plays basketball with me knows, God damn, bro. Like, you're a shooter. But it's because I focused on that shit. Why do I say that? Because, look, that's just what it's going to have to take. Okay, now, maybe it's because I didn't grow up in the technology age. You know, there was no iPads and shit like that. So I had no choice but to go play outside, right? And I'm grateful for that. But, you know, my point is like, I had to put in a lot of work to catch up to the other kids. And you know what happened is I actually got very good at it. I made the varsity team as a freshman in high school. It's pretty rare, but I was a really good ball dribbler, ball handler, good passer, and I could shoot like a motherfucker. Because those are the things I focused on. Because I realized when I started playing basketball that, man, my height ain't there. I'm pretty short for basketball, right? So I got to figure out how to make myself valuable. And it was through those specific skill sets, okay? Look, moral of the story is, motherfucker, you got to do more. That's the moral of the fucking story, okay? I'm just trying to make the fucking podcast a little more interesting and entertaining and shit by telling y'all a little history and going down back memory lane. But the point is do more, bro. Do more. Put in the fucking effort, okay? Understand that to gain big, valuable things, you're going to have to do more than most people do, right? There's a reason for that. Okay, you can't expect to do the same shit that average people are doing and expect above average results. That just sounds stupid, doesn't it? So do more. Be above average. Do more than what average people fucking do. And I promise you, you will eventually see more results, right? 1 + 1 is 2, motherfucker. Like, that's just the way it is. You do more, you'll get more. Period. There's no way around that. There's no secret magic pill. Like, you got to do more. Okay? So I actually kind of went off topic because really the topic was about the power of transformation. But anyway, we'll go back to the power of transformation too, maybe on another episode. But the point is look, you got to become the type of person that is a winner. You got to become the type of person that makes $1 million a year, right? It's not just what do you have to do. It's who do you have to become, right? What type of skill sets do you need to acquire? What do your habits look like? How do you walk? How do you dress, right? How do you treat people? How skillful are you at certain things, right? That's what matters. Who do you have to become? Like the old Jon B would have never been able to make millions of dollars. Hell no. Right? That dude wasn't disciplined enough to do it. Okay? So I had to become a new version of me, a better version of me, by the way. Okay? I never in a million years thought that I would one day not be a partier or somebody who gets high. Like, that shit just sounded boring to me. But here I am today. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't fucking party. I don't consume drugs. I'm in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock every night. Okay? And guess what? I'm happier that way. I'm healthier that way. I make a lot more money that way. Okay? So point is you need to become somebody better. A better version of you. I'm not saying you're not good enough, but what I'm saying is become the best, baddest motherfucking version of you that you could imagine possible. Okay? What does that dude or woman or person look like? Picture that person, okay? And become that fucking person, okay? Because once you become a person of value, once you become a person of high skills, once you become a person of discipline, right? A person who's willing to do the work, a person who's not gonna fucking bitch and moan and be negative all the time, I promise that's when shit will start to happen for you. Okay, but you gotta put in the effort and you gotta be willing to become the best fucking version of you. Okay, and that is what it is, baby. Okay, it can be so simple. So don't complicate this shit. Okay, do more. Okay, and by the way, man, shout out to my little bro, Brian, man. Fuck, the little dude, he's back, first week on the phones, and the motherfucker already making money, baby. I'm glad you're back, bro. I love you, bro. I'm fucking proud of you. Now, let's run up a bag, bro. Anyway, man, to my HG Lifestyle fam, I love you guys too. As always, man, I'm here for y'all, whatever you guys need. Look, we still do a lot of the shit that we've always done. I just don't promote it as much because I'm very specific on who I work with, okay? But we still do work with people. So if you need any help in anything, fitness, finances, right, just mindset, whatever you need, man, you need help becoming that better version of you, man, I promise you I could do that for you because I've done it myself. Okay, so I know what it fucking takes to make it happen. Okay. And not only have I done it for myself, but I've done it for others as well. So I'm confident that I can help you become that best version of you. Long as you're willing to put in the effort, I will pour into somebody who's willing to put in the effort. Okay. So anyway, my HG Lifestyle fam, I love y'all. My voice, man, what the fuck? When am I going to get 100% better? The more I talk, the raspier and the harder it gets to talk. I was planning on doing a long-ass episode because I got some time to kill before round 2 at the gym, but this is all I could do for y'all, man. So my bad, I apologize, but as always, baby, HG Lifestyle is a mindset. Make sure you adopt it, baby. We out. Peace.
HG Lifestyle. It's a mindset. Make sure you adopt it, baby.